YouTube, what's good? So today I'm here to talk about learning styles. The learning style is basically the way you use your mind and your senses to learn. So a bunch of different people have come up with a bunch of fancy names and categories to talk about learning styles, but I really just want to talk about two of them, and I'm just going to talk about one in this video and the other one in the next video. Okay, first up, we've got this guy named Dr. David Kolb, who came up with this really neat learning cycle, which I will talk about in another video. But he basically theorized that we use our mind and our emotions in different ways to learn. So really simply put, we prefer to watch or do something. And we also prefer to either experience or analyze something. You put these two things together in a neat combination, and you've got your learning style. So you can mix the two to make 4 possible combinations. There's diverging, assimilating, converging, and accommodating. Divergers and accommodators both like watching. They like to kind of stand back and reflect and look carefully at something before they decide what to do next. Now, assimilators and convergers, on the other hand, like to get their hands on. They like to just dive right in and try stuff out. On the other side of the coin, accommodators and convergers are more intuitive. They like to experience something. Divergers and assimilators are more analytical. They like to toss ideas around in their brain before trying something out. So what kind of learner are you? Well, there are a ton of questions and quizzes online that you can check out to find this out, but I'm just going to describe them really quickly for you, and maybe one of them will click and resonate with you a little more than the others. Divergers are those people who can really pick up a lot by watching. They're the kinds that get the most out of, like, say, watching a movie and taking some notes. They're super creative, and they're really good at figuring out nuances that other people, other learning styles, tend to miss. Their main problem is they really do get a little nitpicky about thinking about language, and so they kind of hesitate and refrain from actually getting back out there and practicing again. Assimilators, on the other hand, are really good at understanding the technicalities of a language. They're the types of people who can read those high-level grammar books and just get it. They can read the kind of stuff that just bewilders most people, and it feels really simple to them. But a lot like the divergers, they do get kind of stuck in their head and also kind of hesitate to practice more. Convergers are the type of people that are super practical and also super smart. They're the kinds of people that can sit and say, okay, I'm going to take a trip next week. What exactly do I need to know? And they can come up with an awesome plan to help solve their problems. The convergers' main issue is that they're a little too logical. They look a lot at language as like, a stepwise process rather than something that can be really spontaneous. So they tend to get kind of stuck when they have to use their creativity. Finally, we have accommodators, and accommodators are fantastic communicators. They're the types who are just willing to throw themselves into the situation and just seem to magically pick stuff up. Accommodators are also awesome risk takers, and risk taking is a really important skill when learning a language, especially if you want to be able to speak it. Their issue is that they're not really keen on sitting back and reflecting in order to build and grow even more as a learner. Now, I did mention some negatives about each of the styles, but this isn't to knock any of them. They all have their strengths just as they all have their weaknesses. But I really want to hone in on the point that what you really want to do is to develop the skills of all the learning styles. But that's a topic for another video. I'm going to wrap it up right here, and I hope you catch me next week when I talk about a different kind of learning style. Once again, thank you so much for checking out this video. I do hope it was helpful. Please like it if it was actually helpful for you, or leave a comment, shoot me a message if you have any questions. Catch you later.